Alright, here we go. It's the Sarge, back at you again. Foxhole MMA. Try to knock this out while I'm driving. I'm busy. I got places to go, people to see, all that good jazz. Gotta inspect the line, check the troops, you know what I'm talking about. UFC 274. Gave a quick rundown on my little test run video earlier. Looks like shit, but we got it going. We're gonna get this thing started. First piece we're gonna go to is Thug Rose on her revenge tour. She's got one last piece to take before she completely owns the strawweight division. Carla Esparza, the last former strawweight champ that she hasn't beat yet, and she got to get her get back from that Ultimate Fighter finale fiasco. Rose is a completely different fighter from back then, man. She's such a soldier, both mentally, physically, technically, emotionally. I mean, she is a savage of the highest order. By far my favorite female fighter. I love her story. I love everything about what she's doing in the game. She does things the right way as well. She's not selling anybody no bullshit. She's giving you the authentic version. She's giving you the real Thug Rose, which people are drawn to, because believe it or not, most people wear their emotions on their sleeves like that. So it's really cool to see. Really cool to see her doing her thing, and I'm rooting for her. I hope she gets the dub. I hope she gets the revenge that she wants. But most importantly, I think she's good for the sport. So I hope she continues to be the champion and represent the strawweight division well. Nothing against Carla Esparza. I think she's a great fighter. I just don't think she has the skills, the personality, the mic skills, anything that you would need compared to Thug Rose to be the champ. I don't think she has that. She's a great fighter though. Great fighter, great wrestler. Next we got Tony Ferguson versus my most hated but now my most favorite fighter, Michael Chandler. When he came over from Bellator, I hated him. I can't stand most Bellator fighters. I just think if you're good enough to fight at the apex of Bellator, you should be testing yourself in the UFC. I know that's a stupid thing to say. I know it's about money. People got to feed their families, and at the top of Bellator, you can make much more money than in the middle of the pack of the UFC. I get all that. I understand all that. My thing has always been, if you're even a middle-of-the-road fighter in the UFC, you should be able to sell yourself because of the platform you're on. You should be able to make money outside of the octagon because of the platform that they're giving you. But that's neither here nor there. Michael Chandler, I could not stand him until he came to the UFC, and how he came to the UFC. Got a dominant win over, at the time, very dangerous Dan Hooker. Cut the best promo ever for a debut in the UFC. But it goes more than that. People were hating on him, even Tony Ferguson, the Dana White privilege crap, and he didn't shy away from it, man. He leaned into it, and I thought that was a brilliant move character-wise to lean into that. But on top of that, he showed throughout the embeddeds and all the media that he's done that he's just a real dude. Real sincere dude and a hell of a fighter. On top of that, could be the lightweight champion of the world if he didn't get a little bit crazy after taking it to Oliveira in the first round of their championship fight. He got a little crazy and he paid for it. He very easily could be the lightweight champ right now. Tony Ferguson in his press conference, man, I know Tony Ferguson's always been a little bit out there. He's always going to be a little bit out there. That's kind of why people love him, I think, you know. But man, some of the stuff he was saying, like, we're well past cringe Tony Ferguson stuff, man. We're getting into this dude's lost his ever-loving mind stuff, man. I mean, the things that he was saying it was hard to watch. The whole press conference was hard to watch, man. He wasn't accepting any responsibility for his losses. You don't ever want to see a fighter. I don't ever want to see a fighter like that. If you lose as a fighter, you know, I want you to say, yeah, you know, I didn't have it, you know. At the bare minimum, you know, you take some responsibility at least. Please don't just sit there and say it was your corner's fault or, you know, the referee's fault or whatever. You know, just say you didn't have it that night. You know, whatever. I'll take that over anything. But I'm not sure where his headspace is at, and I'm not sure that it's gonna matter. I think that the best Tony Ferguson that we've seen was well before the Justin Gaethje fight. I think that Justin Gaethje damaged him forever. I don't think he'll ever be the same fighter after that beating that Gaethje laid on him. And I think Chandler is going to do something very similar to him. If not, knock him out and get the finish. He may finish him. I know that's crazy to even say, but he may finish Tony Ferguson. And if he does, I hope he cuts another dope promo. Michael Chandler, if you're listening, you're my most hated favorite fighter ever. You won me over, man. You won me over. Not many people do that. If I don't like somebody, I usually don't. I just, it's a forever type deal with me. But you changed my mind, man. I dig you, man. I dig the fighter. I dig how you fight. I dig how you carry yourself. Yeah, big fan, Michael Chandler. On to the main event, Gaethje Oliveira. I said earlier, my quick one, I thought that Gaethje would win. I thought that the fight would mirror a lot of what he did to Tony Ferguson. I still believe that. The only thing that I didn't go into was too much on Oliveira's side of things. And if you're Oliveira, you got to feel pretty confident coming into this fight. Gaethje didn't put Chandler away. He didn't finish him. And Chandler definitely had his moments in that crazy fight. So if you're Oliveira, you got to feel pretty good. MMA math, right? We all know how well that works, right? MMA math, it works super well. If that was the case, we'd all be rich from betting. But I think Oliveira has a chance. If Gaethje gets too far ahead of himself or rushes to try to get a finish, I think he could get caught. I think if he makes the mistake of going to the ground with Chandler, he could get with Oliveira, he could get submitted. And I also think that there's a chance that Oliveira just shows up and whoops his ass. That's always a chance. You can't bet against Oliveira. I mean, if anything, these last few fights have taught us about Oliveira. You can't underestimate this kid, man. He's a winner. He finds ways to win. We'll see. I think Gaethje gets the job done. I think he gets the belt. And whether y'all hate it or love it, I think he's going to fight McGregor next. That's what I think's going to happen. We'll see. Dana White privilege for Conor McGregor. We'll see. But that's it. That's it from the Foxhole, or today from the mobile fighting position. Because I got shit to do. I look forward to doing these videos, man. I hope y'all dig it. We'll do some better production value if this thing takes off in any kind of way. Hopefully you guys will like it, and maybe I can do something similar to Jesse on Fire. I really like his channel. I don't want to go down the same lane as him, though, but I do like his channel. I watch quite a bit of that, so shout out to Jesse on Fire. Anyways, I enjoy doing this, man. I don't care if I make $1 or not. I just enjoy talking shit and watching fights and talking about fights and all that good jazz. So anyways, I'm out. Salute. It's the Sarge, Foxhole MMA. Peace.